Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot nanny.
Hey everyone, welcome along to Trackside with Kokpit, brought to you by GARAGE16. Kinser and Buckrell back again for another full-on excitement of teams build-up to next Friday, Saturday at the Enzed New Zealand Superstock Team Champs. Coming your way as the countdown begins. 2 more shows to go. Tonight we get through 3 more teams, but also tomorrow night we wrap it up with 3 more teams. Hey, Mr. Booker, how are you?
Oh, mate, I'm good, and I'm good, and I'm not good, because myself and yourself, Kins, have spent so much time this year trying to promote our anti-bullying campaign and getting people to not act like idiots and abuse people and do stuff. And unfortunately, the social media seems to have won against us today. And I think we need to make a little statement saying, and I apologise to anybody out there if I swear in my midst of what I have to say. Basically, we do not condone anybody abusing anybody. With the statements that happened today out on the social media and the personal attacks on drivers for no good damn reason. When you think about it, they're out there with their $100,000 gear putting on a show for us. And some of you idiots out there have the gall to act like bloody absolute dickheads and send abusive comments, threatening people. If you're such a dickhead that you have to threaten somebody because someone has done something that they've done nothing to you, you're an idiot. Stop your bullying, stop your bullshit, pull your head in, and appreciate what every driver that turns up to teams this weekend, or next weekend, is going to do for us, and put on a show, put on entertainment just for us to sit there. That doesn't give you the right to send private messages to all their family members and other stuff threatening and doing bullshit. Pull your heads in. It's just not good enough. You know, they do what they can to entertain us. They put all the money on the line. All you do is pay your $40 to go in the gate and act like a dickhead. Well, cut it out. And if you see someone acting like that out there, tell them. Tell them there's no use for it. Threatening someone over something like this, Kins, is just absolutely freaking ridiculous. And it pisses me off. And I think those people need to pull their heads in and engage their brain before they open their shit mixers. Simple. Yeah. And if you see it, people, stand up for these guys. Stand up for these gladiators that are out on the track, putting it on the line for us and entertainment. We are trying to be positive all season, me and Kins, and every show we do, and we try to do it, and you've got to the point where you've made me come out negative because I'm pissed off with you. Pull it up, get it together, and let's focus and have some fun tonight. That's all we've got to say about it tonight. You know how we feel about anti-bullying. You know how we feel about people that do this. So just cut it out and stand together as a family, a Speedway family, against these people. Because if we do that, maybe we can stop it. We may not stop it altogether, but maybe we can make them stop and think about their actions themselves, Kins.
100% agree with you, Books, and I hope all the fans who have been out there watching the development over the week with the build-up of all of the teams that have been announced, get behind, like Booker said, 100% and support the team because they're putting on the show. We've gathered the information from them over the last 3 nights. We're going to have 3 more teams on with us tonight. And it's about, you know, they put on the entertainment. They put on the spectacular show, that what it is. We build up the hype around this event. The hype around it has been huge from social media impact, but also we just don't want to see any more of that negative comments. We do have another show tomorrow night, which will wrap it all up. We do have the defending champions, the Christchurch Glen Eagles, joining us. So looking forward to catching up with them. One of the Great Britain Lions ahead of their big race. Is the pre-build-up. They have a warm-up race up there in Auckland this coming weekend as well. And we just carried on and we'll catch up with the Gisborne Giants. But tonight, now we've got a big night with the 2 teams from out of Palmerston North, the Panthers. We've got the Mustangs. We're going to be singing along with Booker's
singing a song tonight, boy.
The Hawkeyes. But we'll bring them in. I'll just quickly share this. So just for Speedway fans out there, this is some of the events that get underway from tomorrow night, right? So there's a few tracks. I know there's some live stuff going on at the moment currently with Beachland Speedway, but you got Ocean View, you got Rotorick underway. You got a whole lot of tracks around the country on the Saturday, and then on Sunday you got some Rosebank action. I just want to cover off something real quickly here, if I can find it, or to scoot along, because our good friend, he was going to join us tonight, and that is Aaron Lewis, but unfortunately,
from GARAGE16, he's putting on an amazing modified event this weekend at Wellington Speedway, which is very exciting, and he's made us part sponsors of this event he's created, Kins, too, which is freaking awesome, isn't it? I mean, to be a part of anything with Speedway, it excites us something shocking. So it's the Wellington Modified Champs and the Phil Paterson Memorial at Wellington Speedway, and there's some big prizes up for the modified guys. Get out there, get to your local Wellington. I'm sure they might, I don't know if they got the team on display or what's going on, but just go and enjoy it and have fun. But it's going to be another good meeting, Kins.
Oh, definitely. You know, I'll be throwing my voice behind the microphone over at Huntley this coming Saturday, doing what we need to do over there, and just get over there and help them out a little bit. Just going to quickly share this, you know, the opportunity to help out this young man, Aiden Tidd. It's a spot on the New Zealand flag, and obviously we're all aware the young kids are heading over to Australia because we had the Aussie kids with the mini stocks here. This time they're paying their favour, the return favour, and here's an opportunity. All the details there. No doubt you will see it all across social media. So spots on the flag, $150 just to help them out, and we'll get a bit more media coverage back here to New Zealand to support these young kids. So there's that opportunity where you can jump on board, get in contact with Kaylee. We'll share some of that information a bit later. But let's just focus on what we're here to do.
And now for the fun part tonight, Kins.
Yeah.
Hey, I have got a thing. Oh, hang on. Oh, you've started without my announcement. So I leave them in there. Oh, tonight you're gone. We'll come back in a sec. So he jumped the gun. So tonight, what I want, I've had my piece. I've had my bitch and moan, I suppose. Not a bitch and moan, but now for the fun stuff. Tonight and tomorrow night. We all know, all those that watch our show know that every time I have the Hawkeyes on, I sing my Come On the Bay. I'm passionate about my team and my club, as everybody out here should be passionate and support their team and club. So, if you take a video of when they come on. I'm going to be singing. We all know it's going to happen, but I want to see videos in the comments of you singing about your club or joining in with our song tonight with Hawk Come on the Bay. Put that in the comments, and by doing that, we're going to do a prize pack. You're going to draw to win a prize pack from Century Batteries. Brett Studley gave me some prizes to give away, so we've got a prize pack from Century Batteries to give away, and I'm also going to throw into that a $50 Pack and Save food voucher. So give us, this is for tomorrow night and tonight. Video yourselves singing with me tonight, or put in your own tune to your own club. Show us something about your supporting your club. I don't care what it is. Do a laugh, do a joke, sing a song about your club, have some fun. Put it in the comments here tonight and comments tomorrow night, and me and Kins will go through it. We'll pick one out to win that prize pack from Century Batteries and Brett Studley, good guy, and a Pack and Save voucher from myself. So have fun with it, people. Let's get back to having some fun. I want to see those videos in the comments. Film yourself, whatever you want to do. Show us something supporting your club. I don't care what it is, Kins. Just something supporting your club. Put a video in the comments tonight and tomorrow. And Saturday or Sunday, me and Kins will go through and we'll have a look.
Got it sus there.
That's it, mate. I'm excited for it, bro. I'm back to the excitement plus. I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's rock this chicken, brother. There we go.
That's the one. That's what we were talking about before with the Wellington modified champs. Unfortunately, Aaron Lewis can't join us, so that's what it's all about. Get along there, supporters, switch your speed, and spend a bit of time there as well. That's enough on that. Let's bring them back in with us from the Mustangs. Daniel Burmiester and Jordan there. Hey, boys, how are yous?
Not too bad. How are you?
Good.
Oh, always good. Always good. You know, we get behind the hype and the build-up to it all, you know, and bring the positive side of things, because you two men and the rest of your team, the 6 of yous, will be out there doing the damage, obviously. But let's just quickly bounce back to last weekend. Daniel, your thoughts on the World 240s, mate?
It's always a good meeting up there. It's probably one of the best, if not the best, every year, other than teams. So, yeah, myself had not too bad a first night. Picked up a win in the first race and got turned around in the second race after getting some good spots made. But yeah, turned to shit in the last race with a flat tyre on the last lap. But Tier 3, I think we passed 20 cars in the first race, and then I think the next one, the 2, whatever, it was rained out because I was in the last group of the 2-3 format, so that put an end to that.
We were sitting sitting behind all the Burmiester family on the 2 nights, and they were getting excited. They said to us, "Look, there's Josh's dad having ice cream with Daniel's mum. It's a conspiracy, you know."
Yeah, mum said she'll start and we reached to Gisborne somehow.
Yeah, it was good fun. Hey, likewise to you, Jordan, you know, having the car back out there, World 240s, mate, she's a tough gig when you got to qualify out of the group, try and get, you know, top 3. Mate, but you enjoyed yourself overall?
Yeah, I had an awesome weekend. Managed to sneak through the qualifying. My first race was a bit average, and I was getting a bit worried. We had grid 21 in the second race, and I managed to get all the way up to 7th. And you know, when you race like that around Rotorua, like Dan said, he went past about 20 cars. When you're passing cars, and in Superstocks now, it's pretty rare. You know, you might get 3 or 4 passes in a race, but Rotorua is one of those tracks where if you have your car on rails, you can pass 20 cars in a race. So it's a cool feeling, and you know, that's probably the highlight of the weekend for me, to be honest. And well, obviously qualifying, but it was all downhill from there, because then I had 20 cars passing me in the other direction each race. But it's just one of those tracks, you know, where, you know, it can go really right or it can go really wrong in the first 2 corners. And yeah, it's just that's the cool part about it, and it's awesome for the crowd to watch there too.
Cool, bro. You were on the social media Monday night. You made your big announcement, taking over Craig Cardwell's Super Saloon. So looking forward to that, mate.
He's trying to get somebody to take over the saloon all season, mate. not Craig, Kinser.
Guys have been pulling my arm, like, come over and join us, but you know, it's so much that I'm not enjoying racing anymore. It's just the fact that I want to have some time away from Speedway and enjoy the summers with my young family. Yep. And you know, it's just the timing's right for me to step away from the sport. And if I come back in 5 or 10 years' time, then that's cool. But if I don't, you know, I might enjoy going out on the boat every weekend, fishing and wakeboarding instead. So who knows? We'll see what happens.
You'll be back in 2.
I probably didn't touch on when I did say that spiel is, I think, it's something we've got to take a little bit more seriously is the health of superstock drivers as well.
Yes.
With teams racing, like I've been superstock teams racing for over 10 years now, and when you're always on the receiving end, like I seem to be, it's pretty hard on the body, and playing rugby as well. I don't want to get to 50 and be pretty secondhand. So that's another big factor for me, is just looking after myself while I'm still in good nick. I don't want to, So it's a lot of guys should keep that in mind as well. In speedway, just know when to read your body and things like that too, and have a break.
Yeah, I love what you're saying there, Jordan, because you're right, 100% right. It takes its toll. And, mate, to be honest with you, with the teens events that we've been going down there the last few years, mate, we've been getting hammered in some of those corners. Literally, it's just bloody smashed the shit out of you. Bermy, he's right, though. Family, and we were lucky, like Booker said, your family sitting down in front. They were jumping up and down when a P car was going good. They were into it. But that's the importance of the sport, We just want to reiterate the Speedway family is huge to our sport.
Yeah, definitely. If I was in the place like Jordan with a young family and a business, it'd be hard not to consider that move like he's doing as well. That we're not young, but we're not old. We're sort of in the middle ground, where I agree with Jordan says it does take a toll on you. Like most managers around the country, especially the Panthers ones, to name a couple, they hobble around nowadays, and they just took years and years of abuse. So
yeah.
Yeah,
you do see that. You're right though, Bermy. You do see that, like old drivers still that come around you, old super stock or A-grade stock car drivers, shall we say? They hobble a bit, don't they? But not always 100%. It's correct. So yeah, I get your point there. I sort of, when you said that, I sort of thought, oh yeah, you're right. I do see that a bit. So some of the drivers I grew up watching, and you think, oh shit. Hey.
Yeah, if we all hobbled around like Gary Parks in 20 years, we'd all be a bit sorry for ourselves, wouldn't we?
Parksy.
So the focus, obviously, at this stage is for next Friday, Saturday with the Mustangs. When do you guys get your whole livery or put on the cars? When does that all fall into place?
I know everything's off to the painters today, so maybe tomorrow, the next day, it'll be off to the sign riders. So in the weekend or early next week, I think we'll take hold of all that.
So you're on the same boat there, Jordan? Your car's going to be around the same time?
Yeah, all of our kit goes together. So Puck and the team at the track are awesome. They pick all our gear up for us, our bodies, bonnets, wings, and if we don't have them, they sort them for us, get us new ones or get us one sorted. And then Ethan Rees at the panel and paint shop there in Palmy paints all the kits, I think, for both the Mustangs and the Panthers. And then they go around to Carl at Sign Fusion, and the poor bugger's usually got about 4 or 5 teams to sign in 4 or 5 days. So this probably isn't his favourite week of the year, but he's a legend, man. I think anyone that uses Carl for sign riding knows he's the best in the business. So shout out to him.
He certainly does the bizzo every year, doesn't he, Carl? I mean, that you see it, just the cars pre-season he does, and in teams, that's a big push for him for what he does. I take my hat off to the man, because only a small outfit, where he operates from home there. So you got to appreciate what that man does. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, obviously, what's the feeling going through when it gets closer to Friday, down at the square for you, Jordan, and knowing that the parade's coming up, like you said, you made your announcement on Monday. What's going to be going through the mind? It's hard to say, I would guess, until it actually happens.
Yeah, I guess, I think any superstock driver that's been through a superstock team champs knows that that's probably one of the best feelings you'll get in Speedway is going out in that parade and, in front of that packed out stadium. And I just, hopefully I can soak it all up and enjoy it. I've done it a few times now, but it definitely could be my last one. So it'll be good to enjoy it as much as we can but like a lot of drivers have said, I've watched the show over the week. You've got to make sure it doesn't overwhelm you and put you in the wrong mindset, because you can get overexcited and then that ruins your first night and then your weekend's all over. So you got to enjoy it, but you've got to stay grounded too.
Yeah. So what is it, 10 years on the track team racing for you, Jordan? 10 years, is it?
I think it's about 10 or 11, because I think I've done 4 or 5 for the Mustangs and then 5 for the Panthers and then maybe another one. I think it's 11 this year.
And I
It's sort
suppose as a young kid in the crowd there eating all the hot dogs, watch actually no, you would have been eating KFC from memory. But you would have been in the crowd there watching it as a young kid, watching the teams over the years.
Yeah, I don't think I really went to teams till I was almost, like 12, 13, 14. So I was just going with my mates, and
Yeah.
then we started, 15, 16, sneaking the beers in as well. And I just remember sometimes going, and we would support the underdogs most of the time, like either the Mustangs or the Stratford Scrappers when they had stock cars in there. You had guys like Chris and that going around. It was just awesome seeing those guys out there doing the business. So yeah, I really miss watching champ. So hopefully next year I'll be able to come and do that and support an underdog team.
Cool, mate. What's your background, Daniel, with teams? How many years have you actually done teams racing at that particular event on the track?
This will be my 4th Superstock Teams champs. Before that's just been stock cars, but shit, you date back a long way. A lot younger than Jordan from going to watch this meeting. Dad used to race in it back when I was only a little fella, so sort of always attended as a kid, or like Jordan said, teenager, growing up, sneaking the beers in, sort of thing. So yeah, like Jordan, always supported someone that wasn't really a big name team, because back then with Panthers sort of had a domination of
Yes.
years on years, so it was always good to try support Wanganui when they had some people like full in and cars that were lended in, and everyone tried just to make stuff happen. So yeah, it's quite cool.
Yeah, like we spoke to the boys over the last 3 days, and especially these young guys that have been introduced for their first time, and I said to them, we were in Booker, you're treated like some kind of celebrity, say, because you have
Yeah.
your normal day-to-day work, roll out to the square, and all of a sudden the hype of the crowd just changes your focus. Because one thing, they may want to have a chat with you, they may want a photo. 9 times out of 10, they want an autograph. Do you feel like a celebrity all of a sudden, Daniel, when you get down to the square? Because it just changes. The fans come from all over the country, maybe internationally as well, but it just changes it down at the square.
Yeah, it somewhat does in a way. Really, if you think about it, you're just a normal person with a paying job. You're not actually a flash rich celebrity getting everything given to you, but yeah, you're sort of looked at like that for that moment throughout the weekend in a way, I suppose. Because being a young fella and stock cars and mini stocks and everything, you're always in awe of super stock teams champs. So I'm lucky enough to be in a position where I've worked and got my own car and made it happen, where some people just can't have a car and have been a fan their whole life. So yeah, I've been on the other side of looking and going, shit, one day I want to be a Panther, and I've lived that dream. So it's still
Yeah.
cool to be doing it.
Yeah, same with you, Jordan. That celebrity side, of status side of things. When you arrive at the square, the fans just congregate to you when you all turn up to get checked over there, and right, everyone just turns up from everywhere, from out the bloody plaza. Do you feel like, in some sense, you are like a speedway celebrity, particularly in that time?
Yeah, definitely feel like I'm famous in Foxton, but yeah, it's a cool feeling, all the crowd buzzing around the cars. You can barely drive the car through the square because there's so many people tripping
Yeah.
over each other. It's awesome. So that's what it's all about, eh? And that's what the buzz is about, and what makes the weekend so special. So yeah, it's definitely a cool feeling seeing everyone packing out the square and getting amongst it. Yeah.
Even though you guys are both experienced teams racers, I talked to a lot of the drivers and a lot of people and asked them, and they all seem to watch YouTube videos and in cars to try and sort of perfect their drive a bit more. Do any of you two watch any videos and in car stuff to sort of perfect your craft, so to speak?
Sort of. I know Jaden's Ward's a firm believer of learning people's driving, who you're coming up against, and I have watched a few over the times of who you're coming up against, trying to learn what the tactics sort of are. But I do think you can sort of read into it a bit much, and you've sort of just got to rely on your own skill and teammates around you and take it on at the time.
Watch
Yeah.
videos, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm probably much the same boat as Daniel. I mean, I'll watch a good one that comes up on Facebook if I knew there was a big crash or a good race by someone in there. But no, I sometimes watch my own ones back just to see what I could have done differently or better, but not too much on other people. You watch Ethan and Asheriza's ones and you go, man, it looks like they hit hard, but yeah, sure enough, when they hit you, they do hit hard.
I always say the parade's just another big parade. It's huge. It gets bigger and bigger every year. The atmosphere is electric. But your first race is up against, and we had them on the other night. AJ and Alan, the Rebels, are coming there to try and get back their win from a few seasons ago. It's a tough first race though.
Yeah, we've got definitely a tough draw. Defending champion teams, and yeah, Rotorua, they're some of my good mates, AJ and Alan. Been on the piss with them a few times, so it'll be bragging rights. Hopefully we can definitely get one over them, but like you guys keep saying on the show, it's anyone's game this year. You can throw a blanket over the teams that could win it, all 12 or 13 of them, so we're just gonna have to be on form on the day.
He's right, Daniel, because after that race, depending on what the outcome is, mate, you are up against the defending champions, back-to-back champions. So trying to go for that three-peat, it just doesn't get any easier for the Mustangs.
Nah, it definitely doesn't. We've somehow fallen with the seeded teams of first and second of last year, where some teams haven't even got a seeded team. So now we're definitely drawing the short straw there. But you both guys all know, you throw it back to Marty Bandit back in the day, Mad Marty beating the Panthers by himself, anything can happen. So yeah, just line up and put your best team forward and go for it.
Yeah, I feel, I think obviously you've been watching, Jordan. Yeah, I feel that there's no underdog teams anymore. I don't rate that. I don't think that's a thing anymore. I just think everybody's so good and everybody's such a good teams racer. It just comes down to that race and how what happens and what luck goes with you or doesn't. And yeah, because everybody's got good cars. Everybody's a good teams racer. You guys are all got good teams brains and know what to do because you've experienced doing it. I just don't think there's any favourites this year. Absolutely. I don't know how the TAB works it out, to be fair.
Yeah.
I don't know how they work a lot of things out.
It's a few favourites, but the upsets definitely aren't as big as they used to be. People, like you say, anyone can win it. So yeah, it should be hotly contested this year for sure.
Oh, I'm excited, mate. I'm just so pumped for a day. I'm heading down a week early. That's how excited I am.
Who's going down a week earlier? I'm heading down on Waitangi Day with the family. But, it's such a big event, and to anyone that isn't going to be there, obviously Video Hub does the live stream of it all as well. I'm just going to quickly go through if anyone's putting in comments. Look, we apologise if we haven't got anything. Dave Thomas, how are you, mate? Glenn Tamatia, Steve Marco, Deacon Selby, Evan Thomason. Yeah, everyone's saying well said, Books. At the very, very start, how you reiterate some of those stupid bloody comments today. Carlo Putaranui, Lacey, how you going? Carl Carpendale, Philip Stewart, Darren Lapwood.
I was seeing in the comments, kids, there's a lot of support for the Mustangs and for these guys, eh? It's good to see. Everybody's pumped. And thank you to those that have given us stars as well. We appreciate that. And I see Repco Huntley has said he's going to add $100 Repco voucher to that prize for those that put up the videos of them singing about their team or something about their team, or joining me later on singing Come on the Bay. So if you go into a draw, Repco Huntley have also put up a $100 voucher to go with the $50 Pacasay voucher and the Century Batteries prize pack. So that's a pretty good pack to video yourself and stick in the comments and sing your favourite Mustang. I don't think the Mustang. What song have the Mustangs got, boys? They got no.
I'm not actually too sure.
Mustang Sally, eh? Mustang
Right,
Sally.
Pony.
Eh? Pony. What's that genuine? Another one. Put on nightclub song back in the days.
Even if you think up a song for the Mustangs, there you go. Put it in. Think up just something supporting your club. Chuck those videos in the comments tonight and tomorrow night. We just want to see everybody having fun and enjoying themselves. Get into it, people.
Yeah, hard out. Hey, Jordan, for you from Bump and Run, who's been doing some amazing photography. Mark, gonna miss the bromance between you and Kira Remden out there. You guys seem to hook up somewhere along the line in your cars, Adrian.
Yeah, well, who knows? Might meet him on the second night yet. Hopefully not. I mean, I've given Kerry a hug, but he seems to always end up on top. So
That was in front of us. They books a few years ago. That's another.
Oh, we
photo
went
shot
off our
were
trolley, didn't we?
captivating.
Standing there, you saw us in the video, standing on our feet.
Yeah.
Geez, Jordan's on top of bloody. And then you went to look, I think, he went to look underneath, or one of them did, and he wasn't there. He was already out of the car. Yes.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Awesome nights racing that. Yeah.
Merchandise, you guys got merch, Daniel? We'll have some Mustang merch down there.
Yeah, we've had some made and or it's currently getting made. It might be available at the square, otherwise just head down to the pits and pick it up next to the Red Walker truck.
All new designs too this year, isn't it? With the purple through there or something different.
Yeah, it's a bit different than what they normally go for, but I'm sure once it's printed it'll look alright.
True supporters will get it, mate. True supporters don't care.
So where's the Mustangs going to be parked Friday morning prior to going to the square? You know, some will go down by Speedway Garage, some will be by the Plaza. I think from memory, the Mustangs was along there by the main street. Have you guys got any idea where you're going to be parked up for the fans?
We're heading straight to the square this year. We're catching up. We've got a few like Bex's up in New Plymouth and Jamie's down in Wellington and and whatnot. David's over in Dannyburg, so we don't get a chance to catch up before the team. So we're going to have a good catch up that morning and spend some time together as a team. So you will see everyone at the square for our first appearance, which will be cool.
Cool. And which workshop are you going to be working at your cars on the Saturday morning?
Most of us will be at our own place because we're local, obviously.
Okay.
Out in Linton and we're in Foxton, so we'll be helping everyone out, and obviously Mike's close by as well.
Oh, that's going to be hard for me, Aikens. Bloody hell. I wanted to go see all the teams working on their cars on Saturday and go live with them and talk about Friday. What, am I going to have to go to 6 different houses in bloody Palmy to see you fellas, or what?
Just head out to Miers' Booker and you can't go wrong. There'll be a Palmer, Panther, a Mustang, there'll be everything out there.
Yeah, I will. I think I will.
All at once.
Yeah, I've already been told a few of them are going out to Scotty, so I might have to give him Scotty a bell and say, right, where am I going? But yeah, I want to talk to all you guys the next day. You know, let the people see that other side of it, which is you play hard that Friday night, but shit, there's a lot of work the next day in it just to get ready for that next night.
In an ideal world, there's not too much work to do, but yeah it can turn south pretty quick, and sometimes you've got to rebuild a whole winter rebuild in one morning.
Yeah, I think the people love to see that stuff, you know, just to see that other side.
A lot of people in there going up the Focky Fizz, so there's a whole lot going
Focky
on
Fizz.
there at the moment. Soaking it up. It's a festival, you're right. Philip Stewart, any Palmy team for the win. I'm not fussy. It's Levy Cody who's watching. Hey, Marcus, how you go, Marcus? Jodeci Makia. Brody, mate, how you going there? Tice Adamson. Scott Honeybone. It's good to have you on board. Oh, Keegan Levine. I thought Jordan there was a Wildcat. Oh, bloody Keegan, eh? Mate, before we bring in obviously your counterparts from your home track and Palmy, they're sitting in the background there, Wilder and Jack. I suppose you better do the big shout out because you do say thank you to your family, to your crew and everyone that supports you out there this coming weekend. But obviously the other big part of it is your sponsors. Who's going to whiz off the sponsors list, please?
Yeah, I've got
Jordan's job.
Yeah, I'll just touch on quickly. I know you guys didn't really want to talk about it, but you know the Facebook stuff today is a bit disappointing. You know, obviously disappointing for Cam. He missed out on his team's champs, but you know it's it's a bit of a shame that people jump on the bandwagon without knowing all the facts. You know, it'd be cool if people could just support us. So, poor Jamie obviously missed out on the Giants, and a few of us missed out on the Panthers as well. But you know, it's not Teams Champs Week without a bit of controversy and people missing out from teams. But there's just no need to, you know, abuse anyone or assume anything that you don't know the full facts for. So, yeah, I mean, you know, hopefully everyone can get behind our Mustang team. We've got a bloody good lineup now, and I'm sure as hell excited to go out in good fashion. And hopefully, everyone can get behind us. But we've got some awesome sponsors: AWE Graphics, Mike Pero Mortgages, Palmerston North, CEG, Speedway Garage, Benchtop Services, Megan Tyre Hastings, Sign Fusion, Total Truck Spray, Crash Services, Helen Back Haulage, Auto Interiors, Tint Magic, Giant Oil and Lubricants, Balfour Cleaning Company, Manawatu Nissan, and Wheeltech. So huge thanks to those guys. We couldn't do it without them.
Awesome.
Right. Thank you for that. Thank you for acknowledging the sponsors and making your statement in regards to what we all saw unfold on the social media. There's just no need, but thank you for reiterating that as well. Look, we will catch up with you boys on Friday in Palmy. All the best. Thank you again to both of you for joining us on tonight's show as part of the build-up to the Dutek Enzed New Zealand Superstock Team Champs this Friday or next Friday, Saturday. Thanks, boys. Appreciate your time, eh?
Thanks, team.
Guys.
Cheers, guys. Appreciate your work.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Let's rock this chicken. Teams Champs is coming. It's exciting stuff, kids. Don't forget, people, take a video of your bloody selves tonight, singing a song, having some fun about your team, whatever team it is. Put it in our comments today and tomorrow, and you could go in the draw to win a Century Batteries prize pack from Brett Studley, good man out at Hawke's Bay here, a $50 Pack and Save voucher from myself, and a $100 Repco voucher. So that's worth videotaping yourself supporting your team, and or videoing yourself singing with me later on for our favourite song, because I'm such a biased, I was going to say the swear word then, but person.
Hey, just the other part of winning as well is a Monday. Take a look at that picture. That was me in the parade, and our lucky winner, our child, who can join in a team, go around in the parade and be part of that little team as well. Book all the information out on our Facebook page this coming Monday. So once you got through the week of the build-up, just keep an eye on the page. And I like the young man from out of Christchurch who was a lucky winner and got to enjoy the parade and enjoy to see how things happen with the teams getting prepared for their first race after the parade. Let's bring in the Palmerston North Panthers. They're sitting there together, Jack and Will. Hey, boys, how are yous?
You good, you? Good to see it.
Good, mate. Yeah, look at all those trophies in the background, eh? Bloody hell.
Oh, Jack's. Yeah, it's not my shed.
Holy.
Look at them kids, eh? Holy Stephen duck shit. Look at that.
Half of them are off Team, I think. Yeah.
Kinser's the Timu version of a stock car teams racer.
Nothing wrong with Timu.
Shit, when I look at all those trophies, how many years you been racing, Will?
I think Jordan said he was 20, I think we're one behind him, so yeah, 18 or 19.
Wow.
Yeah, what about teams racing itself? How many times have you done teams out of their 19 or 20 years, on the track? And then obviously as a kid, you would have been like those two, sneaking in the beers and enjoying yourself. But what about on the track? How many years have you done this particular event?
This is our 11th year teams racing, I think. We started pretty young, so I didn't really actually have any meetings there on the piss at teams. So it's more just, we've been racing every year.
And even stock cars too, hey, that'd be about right. Stock cars.
Did a few years of stock cars. Didn't really do too much teams racing in stock cars, but I think I teams raced a Superstock before the stock car. But yeah, it was mainly, I think, first Superstock one when I was 18, I think, 17.
What about you, Jack? What's your background to the event? How many years actually have you done the Palmy teams behind the wheel?
I think my first Palmy teams was 2013. And I missed 1 year when I buggered my back outside of Speedway. So, yeah, done every year since then. So, what's that? What's that now? What are we this year?
7.
5.
5.
Yeah.
12 years, is it? 12 years?
Yeah. So, yeah, missed 1 in 12 years. So,
not like me to be able to add up mass either.
One before me, yeah.
Yeah. But obviously, it's the obvious thing with Dad racing over those years. You would have been there as a young kid, just whether you're behind the wheel in the tank or doing what you do, growing up around it, haven't you, really?
Oh, hey, we've all grown up around it. We've been there, and even in the mini stock days, a lot of these guys that are out there at the head of it all now, we were all rubbing shoulders with back when we were sort of 12 years old. So, Yeah, it's pretty important for the class, I think, mini stocks.
Yep.
You know, it's just the amount the whole sport's changed since the mini stock evolution, really, like from those kids all becoming old enough to progress through stock cars and into super stocks. Like, it's just changed the sport dramatically, but along with a few things, you know, technology and everything now, and there's a fair old hype behind it. It just gets bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah, it's the best thing for Speedway because so many boys and girls that have come from that mini stock class have rolled on to sit on the podium in any class in the Speedway at the moment. You know, you just got to take a look at some of those names that have been on the podium. Some of them, most of them have all come from bloody street stocks. Back to last weekend, just quickly, your overall thoughts, Will, on the 240s. Always a great venue, puts on a big show, but just wrap it up. Your overall thoughts on the 2 days?
Overall thoughts was the meeting was a good meeting, just not for me. Yeah, well, we had a pretty tricky run, just flat tires and just bad luck, really. And yeah, like I say, great meeting, awesome venue, but still one of our favourite meetings of the year, even though the last few years have kind of been like that. But that's all right.
I think you got to race on the second night for the best tier anyway, Kinsey did. It was the Cockpit Media third tier championship. I mean, that was the only one to worry about on Saturday night as far as I was concerned.
Didn't get to do much in that really either.
No.
I think from memory, Shane Harwood ended up winning our tier that we sponsored. Your thoughts, Jack, you know, on the two-nighter down at Rotorua? What was your thoughts on that?
No, it was good. You know, weather was great. Racing as per the, you know, the hype and everything, and seeing all the Poms again. But yeah, I had much the same luck as Willie this year. A couple of mechanical little gremlins and flat right-hand side tyres and things like that was what sort of tripped us up on the first night. Yeah.
Right now, the focus obviously is the team was announced earlier today. You two are in with the other members of the Palmerston North Panthers. Get prepared for this Friday, Saturday. You know all how it rolls. It doesn't get any bigger than this event on the Speedway calendar.
Yeah, we've all, you know, hey, we've done a fair bit of teams racing already this year, most of us. So, you know, we had the word put on us before the season even kicked off that we needed to hit the ground running and front up as soon as we can. So most of us did, which has been great because pretty much the teams as it was near on since it started, you know, so it gives us all a good chance to sort of try and continue that, you know, run into teams, you know, so it's not starting so cold as it usually is when you're not doing a lot of racing. Like last year, there was that many rainouts. I don't even think we did a teams race before it started. We might have done one, but yeah, she was pretty rough last year. But this year, yeah, hopefully we'll just be away laughing.
That extra teams racing you guys are doing, I often talked about this with people last season as well. Do you think that gets you ready, your body ready as well, doing that? Like, makes you sort of teams ready? Like with rugby, at the start of a season of rugby, you're sort of not hardened for the game, and then after 2 or 3 games, your body hardens up for it. Do you think that's a similar thing with teams racing, with the body just hardens a bit more to take the hits and the bits with the more track time you do?
Yeah, I reckon it does. Yeah, the more racing, the more race fit you get, you know, the more alert you are. You know, everything happens pretty fast out there, so the more racing you do, it actually slows everything down, and yeah, like you say, your body will you will get used to the hits a bit more. And yeah, just the more teams racing you do with our team we've been running, it's, you know, it makes you gel a bit better, and you know, you learn everyone's style a bit more, and you know what you can and can't do, and yeah, no, it's definitely good.
Yeah, because you take a look at all of the teams that are going to be on show next Friday, Saturday, you know, they're all up there now these days, whether it's the driver's skill, the machinery. It's just a tough bloody event, and you got to be on your A game, really, AJ.
Yeah, no, there's no, you know, back in the day, like when we were growing up, you could just about choose, you know, it was either one of 2 or 3 teams max, you know, but in recent years, like who you couldn't put your money on any team really. Is a lot of luck. You know, you've only got to have, you know, the 13-team format. It's so reliant on points. You know, it's not just about winning races. You also got to accumulate a whole raft of points along the way on the first night too. So it's so easy not to qualify nowadays with so many teams and how good everybody is. So you can't afford to have one minor little mechanical failure on one car or a little, you know, harsh call on the referee's box, and that's your weekend over, really.
It's interesting about the points, though, Aikens. Like, I go back a few years ago, the old Hawkeyes went undefeated for like 2 seasons at Teams Champs, but never qualified. So it is important. You can't just get that first place, can you? You need as many points as you can on that first night.
Yeah, that like we back in the sort of 12-team format days, and it was sort of siloed down to a group. You only had to beat the other 2 teams in your group, which you had full control over. Really, it was almost the same tactics as what it is on the finals night. You just got to win the race, and you're guaranteed through. Really, so. Yeah, that's all changed now, which is good because, you know, there's more teams coming along and, you know, it's better racing for everybody that comes along there. But, you know, like last year we went in with what we thought was the best team we've had in a while and probably the most prepared we've ever been. And we didn't ever make it to the second night.
Yeah, well, it wasn't just you. There was a few of the top ranked teams, if I say it like that, you know, it just wasn't that year last year. Do you guys still feel, as we spoke with Jordan and Daniel before and many of the other drivers over the last few days, you know, when you get to the square, you know, there's celebrity status side of things because obviously you got your work that you do, but it just changes up on the Friday when you roll on out, get the car out of the trailer, out of the truck, whatever you got to do. Then all the fans said, do you feel like you're a bit of a bloody celebrity that day?
Oh,
I know that's William's favourite part of the whole weekend. He told me.
No, we just go there. We just know our job for the day pretty much. Go there and, I don't know, sign a few signatures and just get done what we've got to do. And just, still just trying to keep our mind focused on the game for the night. That's what we kind of do and just try to keep it cool. Yeah.
Got to keep cool, eh, Jack? You just got to keep focused because there's a job that's got to be done a few hours later on after that's done in the Grand Parade.
No, that, you know, the square hype, you know, it's good for, you know, all the fans to get down and in amongst it. And it's good for the town, you know, like this weekend every year, it must be huge for all the local businesses around town. So, you know, it's good to drag all the attention down into the heart of the city and whatnot. But at the same time, you know, you gotta sort of pace yourself because it is a big long day and we're all only there for one thing, you know. That part of it's great. It's good to see all the fans. A lot of people come to town for it, but we're all thinking about that. You know, when the flag drops come 6:30, 7 o'clock, that's the part we're all there for.
Well, you know, that parade, you know, do you still feel the buzz when you drive around there with the fans up in the grandstand? You know, everyone goes right through it. You got the trucks out there, you got the fans on the trucks, you've got your race cars being towed around or driven around. Do you still get a buzz from looking at all of the fans?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's turned into the big truck show. That's good. Yeah, the amount of fans cheering you on, booing you. You throw lollies out the end, they'll throw lollies back at you.
Throw lollies back at you.
Yeah, that happens. It's all good. It's all fun.
Well, Kin's got a bit of a shock last year, actually, which is about how bad some of the fans act, to be fair. Then you're sitting in that bloody car with that. We had a young kid that won a competition to go around, and people just don't think, to be fair. It's I already had my big go about that this show, so we won't go back there again. I'm all having my happy place again now. It's Team Stamp, so
you still get that buzz though, Jack, when you're in the parade.
It's about the same time as ours, but the start of their day consists of a lot of liquid substances and
Yeah.
I think when it's a nice hot day, it sort of turns your brain off a little bit at the end of it.
Yeah. While they're just getting turned off, you're trying to turn yours on a team's race, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, look, obviously you got to turn your brains on because you're going to be hearing the Mulu bells. They will be loud when you come out on the track.
Bloody bells.
Everyone from the Mulu town's going to be down there to support their team. Obviously, we caught up with them, I think, out on Monday night maybe. But you're all prepared for the Wanderers, you boys?
Yeah, as prepared as you can be. You know, treat it like any other. It doesn't matter what team we're going up against, whatever we drew. But now we'll just go into it 110%. As long as all our gear will be ready, we'll be ready. So just
it's good to have this sort of couple of week build up to go through all the spares and the cars and hopefully iron out a few of the gremlins we're having last week. So we get those all behind us now, and you just got to it's all just one race at a time from Friday. Get through the first night, then reset overnight and get good to go again for the next night. Yeah.
Got the Wildcats as well to wrap out the first night. Quick question here from Norman. What car is Jack racing at teams?
Same car I've been in for a few years now. Yeah, no, just playing a few mind games, changing it up with the cars there throughout the year. But yeah, no, same car I've run for a few years now. We'll be back there again this year with that one.
Okay, Darren Quirk, are you two the guys from Step Brothers?
Could be. Maybe later on Saturday night.
Oh, you get them and you get the cheeky ones coming on. And videos, we've asked some of the guys, you know, they watch your YouTube video or some of the hits from the previous ones or watch particular drivers. You guys get into any of that stuff, or you just put it aside and just prepare yourself mentally as you do and get yourself prepared, or do you watch any videos for this? Well, do you watch any videos of it?
If I'm scrolling through Facebook and see one pop up, I'll quite often watch it, or like an onboard drive. If someone has a real good race and they got an onboard camera, it's always good to watch. And also you can kind of see their style of driving and what they're doing coming up on block cars. You can kind of figure them out a little bit. I don't generally go searching, but if they pop up, I'll watch them.
What about you, Jackie? Watch?
Oh yeah, Sunday afternoon, you get bored on the couch on a rainy day. I flick through and watch a few videos. They're always pretty good watch. You see people absolutely beating their gear up and revving the engines and whatnot. It's always good for a Sunday afternoon. But yeah, I guess you see a few different techniques and things that people do and whatnot, which I don't know. It always seems a whole lot easier when you're watching it on the video because you're not getting beat to death yourself while it's all happening. So it's a bit easier sitting on the couch. But I don't know. Well, we've all been doing it a few years now, and I can't say that anybody would say that they've had a teams race, identical to one other in their career, because you can set yourself up for any scenario and it all goes out the window and something completely different folds out. So you just got to change tact and react to suit the occasion, really, and do what you need to do.
Well, if you're in the parade and you see Mike Johnson sitting out in the crowd, if Will threw a lolly at me, Mike said he will frame it and then he'll get you to sign it as well. So there you go.
Magic Mike.
Magic Mike.
And
yeah,
Blair Eulenberg says everybody wants to know what your latest purchase off Temu is, William.
The latest purchase off Temu? Oh, it was more. Oh, what turned up today was Vanessa. She bought a sewing machine off Temu.
Are you hooked on the old Temu too, eh?
Oh, we're all on Temu.
Sewing machine off Temu.
One day, mate, you're going to see that logo on one of these teams one day. Sponsored by Temu. You
Well, they
will.
made lots of money. It'd be a good sponsor to have, Temu, I would imagine. Hey, shit.
Yeah. What else? What else?
Got a hat.
Oh, there's not. Oh, look at that.
That's awesome.
Oh, man.
There's a lot of support in the comments for you as well. It's good to see people backing their teams and being all positive about it too. I love it.
Hey, Will from Muddy Goodley, will you be practicing full contact teams? This is on the phone, the game. Have you been playing a bit of that lately?
Full contact on the phone. Haven't been on there for a bit, but here we might have to get that back out on the phone and give it another nudge. Bit of practice.
Hey, obviously we spoke with the Mustang boys just before, and our mate Carl at Sign Fusion is busy, and I'm guessing when do you guys get your liveries put on your cars and everything like that? When does that happen for you?
He'll be waiting a while for Willie's to turn up. I was just looking at it before. It's only just turned from fiberglass into a panel. So
just pulled it out of the mold this morning, so we still got to fit that up. Making the wing tonight. Still last minute for him, but now he pulls through, does good work, looks after us quite a bit. So individual racing and teams racing. So no, he's good.
Yeah, you guys won't be racing at all this weekend, will you? You're going to be just chilling out, getting ready for next week, hey, both of you?
Yeah, no real plans to race anywhere this weekend. The only thing I was going to do was just take my car to the dyno maybe sometime on the weekend or next week, whenever it works, just to I had a bit of a miss that we were chasing, but we're 99% sure we've got that all sorted now. So just go and double check that that's all under control. And that's about all we really need to do.
And I suppose they're lucky too in some sense, say, with them being in Palmerston, they're not like the other drivers that we spoke to, Books, over the last few nights that have to just about pack their whole shed and their trailers or their trucks and, take it all over to Palmy. So that's the fortunate side of things that these two gentlemen have and the rest of the Panthers, I would guess.
Yeah.
I think that's a big advantage that because just going away for just individual racing for 2 nights is always hard. Everyone's so generous, lends out workshops and everything, but it's still always hard without your own gear there and all that. So to be able to come down to your own workshop and where everything is, you can get everything done properly, faster. Like it is definitely an advantage for that second night.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, from young Hans, I'll ask you, Will, first. What's your best teams race from memory? You, Will. I'll ask Jack.
Best teams race from memory. I don't know. There's been so many of them now. One that always pops up is when we faced GB and me and Lee Fairhurst went Sky High. That was pretty cool.
I remember that.
Yeah. I don't know. That's one that always just pops up to me. It probably wasn't the best because I ended up on my side as well, but no, it was all good.
Yeah. What about you, Jack? One of your best memories from teams racing?
Yeah, there's been some pretty horror memories, but there's also been some pretty good ones as well. Obviously, always bounce back to ones where get to hold the trophy up, I suppose. So probably the best one was probably the first year when I won a title, was when Scott was still racing as well. That was pretty cool to be able to get it done while he was still on the track. And obviously, only a few years later, we managed to do it again in 2018, and I don't really think there's any sort of standout race outside of that, but yeah, there was a few there where some pretty spectacular little moments, like what William said, I guess. But yeah, always probably the best part of it is when you're winning, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. And where will you guys be parked? Where will the Panthers be parked on the Friday, or you just go straight down to the square?
Oh, to be fair, I think we'll probably have a car or two down by the Cobb and the Speedway garage there from the morning. Yeah, just need to work out. Yeah, probably have my car and maybe one or two others or whatever, to see how it all sort of suits, because a few of the other boys that are in the team have to do a bit of travel to get here, so we'll just end up meeting them before we go to the square, I guess. But probably we'll start the day down there and then venture down to the square after the scrutineering starts.
And all new merch.
Yep. The team will have that all on sale down in the square. Yeah.
All right. And Booker, no doubt, will head out to you guys. Catch up with you on the Saturday just to see what the damage is and do some live updates there as well. So the viewer gets a bit of a different perspective of what happens after night one and preparation around some of the damage of the cars. All right. There's your families, there's your crews. There's so many people that have so much investment into the Palmerston North Panthers. But obviously, there's the other part of it, your sponsors. Who's got the list that's going to whiz out all the sponsors? There you go, Will. Go for it.
Hang on, set the phone. Here we go. The major sponsor, Jack Links, naming rights of the team, Jack Links, Palmerston North Panthers. Got Allied, CEG, Quality Demolition. We've got the Cobb, PTS, Big Barrel, City Smart Repairs, Cranston Engineering, Sign Fusion, Wheeltech, Subway, and Sharp As. So they're all our major sponsors. Plus, everyone's got a couple of their own that they like to do major ones they get out there as well. So now, if everyone comes down, checks out the cars, and then supports all those who support us.
Good. That's what it's all about, and that's why we thank you both for coming to support the build-up to the big event next Friday and Saturday. Thank you both. I know you're extremely busy doing your own thing, and we really appreciate you representing the Palmerston North Panthers and the home place that obviously hosts the event as well. So take care, and no doubt Booker and I will catch up with you guys on Friday. But once again, thank you very much,
Cheers, Thanks for having us.
Thanks, team. Good luck.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Palmerston North Panthers, Jack Miers and William Humphries here representing the home team, one of them anyway, and coming to join us as well. And earlier on, we had Jordan and Daniel from the Manawatu Mustangs. Jackie Miller, how you going, Jackie? Simon Smith, yeah, there's a classic name. Dave Tennant back in the day. I'm not too sure they will be having some time in March to jump on their tour. Darren, the Big Rees tour coming up in March.
Don't forget, people, we need to get your videos going. You need your singing voices going for these prize draws we've got going. It's a good prize to be. I haven't seen one video come up of anyone supporting their own clubs yet on the comments. We want to see them. People supporting their teams. You get to go in a draw to win a bloody Century Battery prize pack, $50 Pack-A-Save voucher, and $100 Repco voucher. That's a hell of a thing to do, just to stand there and show your support for your team. Hey.
Oh, definitely. So jump on there and do some little support
Have some
video. Why
fun
not?
with it.
Yeah, have some fun. Just quickly before you head and catch up with the Hawke's Bay Hawkeyes, this is what's actually happening down at their track in Miami this coming weekend, the Forestry Maintenance Limited Street Stock Grand Prix. So that's down there as well. You got super stocks, stock cars, mini stock, solo bikes. So you got nothing to do and you want to feel the rush, chase the thrill, go along to Miami Speedway and check that one out. But also just quickly, I'll give these guys a bit of a shout out as well for the New Zealand Midget Grand Prix up at Kiki, celebrating 70 years. It's also on this Saturday. So if you love the midgets around that little small track in Kiki, go over there and support them. So heaps going on, mate. But it's like a drum roll. We need a drum
tell
roll.
ya, it's that time, people. Get excited.
Should we bring them in, eh?
Hey, we gotta love it. Our Hawke's Bay boys, here's one. Oh, where's Jacob gone? We've lost him. Turned his camera off.
It's because you said you're going to sing.
Hey, yeah, I know. What's going on? Where are you, Jacob? Turn your camera back on. Hey,
Oh,
hey.
oh no. No, that's
You
not
might
a
have to
good
go
start.
out and come back in. Oh, that's not a good start for my Hawkeyes. Come on.
Wait, we'll wait for them to jump back in.
Hey,
If you can hear us, they could just exit and come back, mate. Just come back in.
we'll see
But
what
there you go.
happens there.
Regan's older brother is with us right now, Kairyn. How are you, bro? All good?
Yeah, good. Yourself?
Mate, always good. Always good this week as part of the build-up. We always do 2 weeks prior to the event because no doubt all of these drivers will be just getting their machines ready, focusing on the job at hand next to because they got to hold it all together. Mate, representing again for the Hawkeyes, eh? How cool is that?
Yeah.
Look at that flash shit. Hey, Booker, you got one of those bloody shirts,
Yeah,
mate?
I've been begging for one of those shirts for ages. They won't give me one. You know?
Oh, get one off Mike Mac. He's got plenty.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Look at that. He's here.
Yeah.
Hey.
Just as I was joining, someone tried to call me.
Oh.
You're going to get this all night, Jacob. You're going to get
Hey.
this all night.
Oh.
Some of your mates are bloody
Oh, mate.
cheeky. They're going to ring you.
Yeah.
So we know what time it is now that two Hawkeyes are in the house, don't we? Hey? Do we? Do we know the... Hey?
Very good.
I think Siren knows.
Big sky of the bay. Come on, boys, get into it. That was what we say. So together,
on, the
and
bay.
we say, come on, boys. Come on, the bay. Come on, the bay. Black, white, all right. Come on, the bay. Oh, look at that. I'm going to get them
I
singing
think
at
we
the
need
track,
double
boy, I
guys
tell
in
you, kins.
What's
The
that?
other
What's that,
Hawkeyes
Jake?
will sing it.
The
My
other
mic
Hawkeyes.
wasn't working.
His mic wasn't working. We'll come down to you guys down at Scrutineering or down in the pits, and we'll get you all the bloody singing. We'll get Regan's younger brother to get it all going. We'll get it all sorted. Hey, Jacob, just going back, mate, to last weekend at the 240s, you know, for the second big meeting in a row, you came through the repechage. You did it down in Nelson, and now you did it at the World 240s. From memory, 4th overall. Is that correct?
Yeah, 4th overall, missed out. I think by like 4 or 5 points on the podium, so I'd be more cut up if it was only a point off, but it's all good. We always say, me and Dad, the main goal is to qualify. Anything else is a bonus, so to get 4th, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Mate, you've done bloody good in the last 2 big events like that. You take the 4th away from Keegan Levine, so good to see you so lost that.
It was a very welcome to the 4th overall club from Keegan. Me and Dylan are very thankful for letting us in.
Yeah, your thoughts at Rotus for that big event over that Friday, Saturday? Your thoughts overall?
Yeah, I was pretty happy with it. The car was super fast on the first night. Only missed out on that by a point. And then the repechage car was good. Another Hawkeye helped me out, Regan Penn. Remnant was coming in fast. He was reeling me in fast, and Regan held him up. So, it was really good. Overall pace in the finals was good. Just kind of keep my nose clean throughout it all. But yeah, I was overall very happy with it.
Yeah, your thought, Kairyn, on the Friday, Saturday at Rotas, mate. Your overall thoughts?
It's always a good meeting, eh? They run a real good spectacular event, so it's one of those things that the 240s is never really a letdown whether you qualify or don't. It's just great to be there. The atmosphere is probably not quite as good as teams, but it's definitely second best.
Yeah. So how many teams events have you done behind the wheel then, Kairyn?
This is only my third year at teams.
Yeah.
So
And over the years,
He did
prior to
win it that year as sixth driver, Kins.
Yeah.
I'm best when I'm not driving.
Pardon?
I'm best when I'm not driving.
But before that, obviously watching Dad for all those years, eh?
Yeah. Well, I think he might have been about. I was probably 12 years old, maybe even younger when he started teams racing, and travelled around North Island with him and me and Randall Tarrant. Pretty much, that's how we met, and just followed our dads around teams racing, and now we're both doing it while they're old.
Because this is your big debut, eh, Jacob? This is what you've been wanting to do for such a long time in your career in Superstocks. You know, this is the biggest part of your career.
My first time watching Team Champs live was when the Hawkeyes won it. So ever since then I kind of got the itch, and I wanted to do it. Wanted to represent the club. Definitely Hawke's Bay. I want to represent Hawke's Bay with pride. I don't want to, kind of go anywhere else. If I didn't get selected, I probably wouldn't have raced. I probably would have helped with the team rather than race somewhere else. But I'm just pumped to be in the team.
Hey, if you're pumped, this guy next to me, he's pumped. He's going down a week earlier, and I tell you what, he was sitting next to me when the Hawkeyes won it, actually, because it's been a long time since he'd been to teams. I said, mate, you're coming back to enjoy this, and it just happened to be the dream come true that the Hawkeyes won it that year when he bloody come back. And I tell you what, he nearly climbed over the fence and ran across the infield doing a street.
That was lucky too, eh? Because the fence would have collapsed if I climbed up the bloody thing, I tell you. I got to take extra heart pills for this year for when we win, so I can take those as we win, so I keep ticking over,
Yeah, that's the one.
Might have to grab some off you.
Yeah.
So are you prepared for it all, Jacob? Getting ready for it. You've seen it unfold and what happens at the square. You two guys and the rest of your team, you're treated in some sense like celebrities once you get into that square. And we've spoken to the other two teams tonight. Mate, it's autographs, it's photos. Everyone wants to know who you are. You all ready for it, Jacob?
Yeah, I think so. I watch a lot of in-cars of people who have been drawn against the Christchurch and Auckland. I try to watch as much racing as possible to see what they do. But I don't know about the celebrity side. I'll kind of just sit back and then let the other fellas kind of do it. I'll just sign what I need to and then take photos of who I need to.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it, mate. You need to enjoy the whole experience and everything about teams. And unfortunately, being the celebrity side of it is part package of being a teams racer. And, and just enjoy it. Soak it all up, mate, and just make the most of it, because that's what it's all about. Having fun, Akins, and just enjoying the moment. These guys as drivers, they may not think they're celebrities, but to the fans out there that put them on pedestals, and teams is the pinnacle of everything in our sport. And just lap it up, mate. Enjoy it. Don't think you're not, because you are. You've done well the last couple of weeks. You've taken out ripper charges and stuff like that. Just to soak it up and enjoy it, mate. Take the admiration from people.
I think the only reason we go to the big meetings now is to do the ripper charges.
You imagine if they had a ripper charge at teams, eh? This fellow must surely bloody win it, bro. He must have win it.
I hope we don't buy points with anyone, because if we have to do one of them, I'll definitely be in the team for that one.
What's that feeling like for you, Kairyn? Down at the square, the hype around it. When the Hawkeyes rolled in, the supporters are there. It's just a hell of a buzz, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Obviously, the morning of waking up for teams usually, for me, it's when the nerves kick in, and then you kind of think about every possible scenario you can think of, and then you get to the square and it all kind of just disappears, and there's thousands of people walking around and everyone's waving and cheering, and that's where it all kicks in. That's where it all starts. The whole night of racing starts at the square, and that really I remember the first time doing it. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting in there, jumping out, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to run someone over. Oh, no. But, yeah, it's it's good fun. It definitely sets the scene for the weekend.
Yeah.
If, I think a couple of years ago we did the scrutineering not at the square. Definitely wasn't the same.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah.
be at the
Well,
square.
Yeah, you get the impact from the people in the businesses on the streets. People that are working in the offices, they take a look out the window, see all the hype, what happens in the square. They want to be a part of that. They'll say to their bosses, "Oh, I'm just going to go to the toilet," but 9 times out of 10, they sneak downstairs, go and check it all out, go coffee or whatever. Are you ready for that, Jake? The parade. The parade is what I want to talk about now because I'm guessing you must have been out there. Hey, look, there's Dad in the back. Hey,
He's always going to be in the limelight, eh?
here he is.
Always in the limelight.
Hey, James, while we've got you there, James, you must be proud of your son representing the club because you've had an association for a long time. But for your boy to be in the Hawkeyes debuting next weekend, mate, you must be over the moon and proud for him.
Absolutely, Rap. He's done a great job. I mean, he's proved himself to be there, to be a part of it. He's been racing well, so no, it's really good. It's like obviously I managed the Hawkeyes for a number of years. But I always wanted to step away from it when I knew, Jacob was ready to get into it.
Yeah, definitely. A proud moment, mate. Proud moment for you and your family. And, no doubt you'll be down there and, doing what you need to do, supporting your mighty Hawks base. Singing the song.
I'll be singing the song.
It'll be right. It'll be good. We just got a lot of work to do on the car, that's all, after the last 3 or 4 weeks. So, but we're getting there. We'll be right. We'll be ready to go.
All right.
He'll be ready to go.
Yeah,
so I'll leave you guys do it.
All right.
Cheers, James.
See you later, mate. See ya. Always good to catch up with James and have him on the show there. When do you guys start getting your liveries on? When does that all happen? And will you traditionally over the recent years you do a bit of a display at the club? Are you doing anything like that? I know Booker used to go out there and do that. What's going on with all of that? You want to give us an update for the fans, please?
So next Wednesday, obviously got a bit of a show and shine at the club. So that's all. Anyone's welcome to that. So that opens at 6 o'clock. You come down, see the cars. Could be wrong, but if you pre-purchase merch, if you get your orders into Claire by Sunday, she's going to have the merch at the track on Wednesday to pick up, pay for and pick up. The bar's going to be open, barbecue. Mike Mac probably be singing "Come On the Bay." If he remembers the words, anything could be going on that night. You never know, but that's where everyone's going to come down and see the cars. So we'll have all our liveries done by next Wednesday.
I'll miss it this year, Kins, because I'll already be in bloody Palmy.
Oh, you will too, mate.
I just want to. I see Claire's watching. Can I have a keyring put aside? I know you said no put asides of anything, but I saw those keyrings. I want one of those, please. If you feel the need, put one aside for me. I'll grab it at Teams and one of Mike Mac's team shirts. Thanks.
Right. Yeah, you should get Mike's shirt box, honestly, and wear it.
That's what I said.
Around. You can get one of those bloody shirts. Grab Mike's. So
I'll grab Mike's shirt, then I'll grab a mic and stand in the middle and sing.
Yeah, you and Mike, do it, mate. You and Mike, do it proud. That's what we want is the people to enhance the proudness of these entertainers next Friday, Saturday. Support your team. Don't forget, post those video clips of you supporting your team. Post it up in our little Facebook page, and there's a few things you could win there as well.
I see Mike Harvey reckons the cowbells will drown me out. I beg to differ. I can be pretty loud.
Hey, you're not dribbling, are you there, Kairyn? Because Caleb's watching, mate. Caleb Island. You're all good, eh? He's all good.
He's saying things. He's a bit odd there, fella, eh? Don't know what's wrong with him, but he's not quite all there. But that's right. We won't pick on him.
He's Trump supporter.
Don't blame him.
Hans, Booker and I's best memory over teams. Holy hell.
Best memory?
For me, yeah.
So that's going back a few haircuts. Blimmin' heck.
You'd go back to what? I'm guessing the Dave Evans era?
Oh, yeah.
I
think my best memory is definitely that, how excited and I got when the Hawkeyes took out their first win after all those years. I mean, that was I was pumped, man. Like, seriously, it was just like I'm born and bred Palmy, but I'm a huge supporter of my club at Miani, where I have been for a long time. And I think when you support your club, whether they win or lose, when they get that big number one up there, it's pretty special for a supporter. And the appreciation to the drivers themselves, because they put everything on the line, Kins, is just, I think that's my fun part of it. And I think the next part, so I'll say too, because my favourite one was seeing that young kid last year experience the Grand Parade with his favourite drivers that we did that competition for. So there you go.
Yeah, it's a hard one for me. It's bloody hard to answer it correctly because I've got so many fond memories of certain teams winning the event. You know, and you talk about kids, when Pete Rees actually handed out his qualifying trophy to that young kid that walked in front of us. When I see the families and the kids just engulf this amazing event, you know, I think for me, it's when I leave home. Actually, no, when the family have bought the tickets and I know I'm on my way. Like I struggle after the event. I start counting down the bloody days, 364 days, 300. You know, I don't know. It's hard to say. And I can go back and say when, what's his name? Old Tony had the roaring V8 and the original Silver Bullet. When that went past the grandstand, the listing of that Nissan, it's all of that stuff. So yeah, I go way back. The hits.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a real tough one for me to answer. Kairyn and Jacob will do their video soon. Of singing the song. You've been practicing. Regan's watching, boys.
Yeah, we're trying to learn the words in the office.
AP Knuckle, how you go, mate? Ryan Dickey, Deacon Butcher, how you going, Deacon?
Good photo out there, Deacon, somewhere.
Deacon there? Is it?
Somewhere. I think it's on Buckrell Racing.
so you guys are flat out now in the workshops getting everything ready, like your dad just said, Jacob. You guys have got a bit of work to get done. With it being your first time at teams this year as a driver, do you think the nerves will start kicking in as it gets closer and closer to the event, Jacob?
Yeah, I think probably this time next week I'll definitely feel a bit more nervous than I am at the moment. I'm pretty cool, calm, collected at the moment. Just been so busy, work and then working on the car. I've done a big chop up on it, so I haven't really had time to think about what's coming. So yeah, we'll just see what happens.
Next week, mate, you'll be living on 2 to 3 hours sleep. Honestly, your brain will be just ticking over. What about you, Kairyn? You know, how's it going with you at the moment? You getting much sleep, or is that really going to kick in next week as well?
Nah. Well, I sleep for anything. We've got a newborn baby, and I sleep around crying right beside me, so I'm going to sleep. But no, the car, we're just doing a few little things on it. I'm going to go out to Miani this week and just have half a dozen laps in the first one, make sure everything's all right, and then I'll park it up, and it just needs a good going over. Pretty much just all the maintenance, general maintenance things. Check what spares we've got. We started doing that, and yeah, there's only so much you can prep for, and then start getting excited, nervous, excited. Probably next, it's more of an anxious thing. You just want to get out the gate for the first race, and then once you get out the gate, I know the first time I got out the gate, I started laughing. I was like, oh shit, yeah. Go one of two ways. I went the bad way, but that's all right. It's good fun.
Obviously, the support class on the Saturday is Super Saloons. Going to see Koro out there in the Super Saloon, or is he just going to focus on the team?
Nah, because the ones that they have at Team Champs, they're non-contact, so he hasn't quite made that. He's wanting to do the New Zealand's at the end of the month, so I said to him, well, it's probably a good idea that he leaves it in the shed because he's running out of spares. Quick, smart. Last time we went to Palmy, he would have got the biggest rollover at Team Champ. So he was trying to beat Sefro, I think. So he can just spin spinners on my car and fix whatever.
You got me good then when you said.
Will you take his trailer down and throw all the spares in the back of that trailer as well? So you got heat and stuff there to.
If I need that many spares, I'll probably be parked up. No, I've got pretty much everything I need we can get in my trailer. So if I'm needing a spare car, shit's gone pear-shaped, and yeah. Won't be too worried about a front beam.
What about you, Jacob? You're going to take heaps of spares with you, throw it in the back of the truck, mate, but extra steel and whatnot?
Yeah, we got a pretty big lorry to take the car down, so we can fit a lot of stuff in there. I think we fit a lot of other teammates' car bumpers and all that kind of stuff. I think we might chuck in there. We'll just see what happens. See what we need to pack.
What were you going to say, Books?
I was going to say, on the serious side of it, though, is do you sit down sometimes and just talk to Dad, Kairyn, about tactics and teams racing? Because he's done a lot of it, and he's, to be fair, one of the well-known blockers around the country alongside Mike Mack as well. Do you talk to them too, or sit down with Dad some nights and just say, hey?
Oh, he's always given me tips and advice. I know, go back a couple of years ago, he gave me all the tips and advice in the world, and I probably didn't listen as much as I should have. But now a little bit older, definitely. Well, we're out measuring a job yesterday, and he's going down Latham Street telling me, "Oh, what you got to do is this and this and that," and then all of a sudden he's on the blocks in his Ranger, and he's fucking down the road. So I'm like, "Hey, all right, there's a car behind us, we should probably get going." But he gives me heaps of advice. Definitely, if I've done something wrong, started December, we had a teams race in Palmy. Yeah, I waited at the end of the straight a couple too many times. Ended up with a headache, and his sympathy was, well, you won't fucking do that twice. So, yeah, it's his advice, eh?
So what about yourself, Jacob? Have you talked to anybody about it? Do you talk to Regan or Mike or some of those guys around the traps? I mean, there's a lot of experience there behind the Hawkeyes, even Jason Long, like he's got an amazing teams racing brain. Do you talk to all those guys and sort of try and get some advice off them, mate?
Yeah, even though my dad didn't race, he still managed the team, and he won the team the first 2 titles as the manager. He's been around it long enough. He knows kind of the tactics from the outside looking in. But yeah, I talked to Jason Long a lot, Mike Mack, mostly all the Hawkeyes in the team. Kind of, we've had a few meetings this year, and we'll watch the footage of what we have done, and I'll every time I make a mistake, I'll just ask, what can I do better and whatnot. And everyone in the Hawkeyes is really supporting of that, which is good.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mate. Cool. It's cool to have that support, and I know what the tracks down we use what it's like as well. We're
probably very fortunate as our team for the support we have, coaches as such around us, because
definitely.
Well, four of them that are still deeply involved with the team, 4 or 5 of them, could be wrong, well, they've all won it, so they all obviously did something good at one stage. And sometimes too much advice, but you can never really get too much advice as long as you soak it all in. There's plenty of people with you got a question, you can just about ask anyone and I'll give you the right answer. Yeah, so we're very fortunate on that, because we are very, although we got Scott Gallop, Brett Loveridge, we are a very young team.
Yes.
And they're still new to the Superstock teams racing as well. So even myself, I think I'm the longest one racing in the Hawkeyes this year. I'm the longest one that's been in there so far, and it's only my 3rd team champ. So we're all still learning, and we just got countless ends of support and tricks of the trade from everyone else around us. So yeah, we're very fortunate with that.
Yeah. No, you do actually. Your club's got so much support down there. Darren Letwood here. Hey, one day the Nelson Tigers will be back. They're just regrouping. It'll take a little while, but they will be back. Hey, Flynn Ashton, here you go, mate. Caleb Cox said, is Buckrell playing the teams game? Are you playing the teams game on your phone there, mate, and getting a bit of practice in there?
If I'm honest, I probably play that thing for an hour to 2 hours every single day when I'm on the toilet.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I love that game. I play it every single day.
Yeah, it's a bloody good game, mate. I got hooked on it when I was down in Nelson and everywhere around there, in the plane flying down. I got hooked on it, mate. Get all those little special things popping up in the Play Store.
Maybe I should bring the VR and that down the camper one day for these boys, Akins. Put them on the VR with the bloody racing.
I don't know if they want to watch racing, mate. They might watch something else in the VR.
Oh, God.
That's Jacob's brother.
Manawatu loves it.
Hey, Tracy, thanks for sending the stars. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. What do we got here? Connor Orkram, Jacob Flynn, Tracy Vincent.
Come on, people haven't seen a video go up yet, you slackers. Show us the support of your bloody team out there. No one wants to win the prizes, Kins. Oh, well, I'll take it for myself. I go buy $50 worth of beer cans. Go drink them with the Hawkeyes on the Saturday night.
I thought one Enzed Stocker would have been the first one to send a video in.
Who's that, sorry?
Oh, Caleb
Holland.
Yeah.
I thought he would have been the first one in there sending a video doing something out of the ordinary.
How cool is that? We had Jacob on the show a little while back, a couple of weeks back, but how cool, when you think of your dad there, Kairyn, and for yourself and all the families that have been associated
Caleb,
with the track.
not Jacob.
Cool hey?
You said Jacob, it was Caleb.
Oh, having Caleb win that one instead.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, especially for the club and personally knowing Caleb. Well, when I first met Caleb, no one actually really knew who he was. He was just this dude that knew everyone and would always abuse us when we'd see him in public. And I remember one team's meeting going, does anyone know that fellow with the scraggly hair? He abused me outside KFC one day when I was just trying to get a salad. And and then so to go seeing him from the abusive scraggly haired dude to driving a stock car into a container out the back of his house, and now he's one NZ. He's done all the steps, but he works hard for what he's got. If anyone ever turned around and said he got it easy, then they should probably uppercut themselves, because he's one fella that works freaking hard for what he has and other people around him. If I rang him now and said I need a front bumper tomorrow, he'd be no doubt he'd be, I'll sort something out for you. So it's always good to see people like him getting the rewards of doing what he does. And as you can tell, it hasn't changed him one bit. But I'm sure when he gets to Miami and he's got all the one on his car, and I think that'll hit home for him, and he'll probably be he should be proud of himself because he's done freaking well.
Yeah.
I know he'd probably go, oh, that's what we're here for, but he's done well and he deserves it.
Yeah. I've just been told, Kins, you can't post videos in the comments on a live stream. So there you go. That's ruined my plan for the fun. But what I'll do is once tonight's finished, I'll put a post up for everybody and tell the prize, and you put your videos in those comments. There you go.
Do it that way.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Obviously, there's a lot of work to be done behind the cars, get them all prepared for next Friday, Saturday. You guys have got a couple of big races coming up on the first night. Where will you guys be set up on the Friday? Anywhere prior to the square? Do you guys know that? Where you're going to be basing yourself so some of the fans can get an early glimpse of the cars?
Yeah, we're going down to outside the Colvin Speedway garage on Friday morning. I think that kicks off like 9:30, 10 o'clock, I think.
Yeah.
The cars will be down there. So I think majority of us are heading down Thursday night to Palmerston. And then you will have the cars outside there and then head from there to the square and square to the track. So we'll be down there if you want to catch up with any of them.
And no doubt Booker want to catch up with you maybe Saturday morning. Where have you got a designated workshop for the Hawkeyes?
Yeah, I'm not 100%. Oh, Gary Douglas Engineering.
Oh, okay. No,
yes.
Yeah.
So they've helped us out for the past few years. So be thankful to use their workshop again and head back out there, and they always open up and it's nice, spacious. It's good.
Awesome.
All right. The big part to wrap this all up is the little segment where obviously the sponsors. Who's got that list? Who's going to help me out here tonight?
Have you got it, Jacob?
I've got it. Yeah, so the awesome sponsors of the Hawkeyes, we've got JRP Limited Truck and Hire, Auto Super Shop Hastings, Alexander Electric, Bay Tires, Hawke's Bay, Vision Sign and Designs, Outer Life Concrete, Speedway Garage, Henderson Road Panel and Paint, SW Bartholomew Limited, BJ's Bakery, Air Ride New Zealand.
I'd have frozen up there a little bit, eh?
Yeah, he's choked it.
Is it?
I can carry on from there if you want. We've got Scott Freighters, Flush Drainage, Newport's Electrical, Miani Speedway, Efficient Moving and Storage, R&L Bill, Chipmunks, and M2 Manufacturing. And then obviously that's all our team sponsors, but I think each and every one of us would probably like to just thank our own sponsors as well, because we without them we don't race, and then we can't teams race. So well, there you go. There's the little piece there. So that big thanks to all our sponsors, and without them we don't go to team champs. So if you can get along to any of those sponsors you see on the list there and help boost their business or get any product off them or whatever you need. I know Zach at Vision, he loves doing stuff for people when they need it tomorrow, and ask him the night before, he'll do it. He's good, he's good like that. He'll do anything for you. If you need any stickers tomorrow, give him a buzz tonight. He'll get them out.
What's that, Books? What's that?
Oh, I'm laughing at Kairyn. Oh, shit.
That's good, eh?
That's awesome.
Bay all day from Laws. Hey, Laws. He must have been on his dial-up. Anyway, I think that's pretty well a wrap of night 4. Of our build-up to the Enzed New Zealand Superstock Champs. Earlier on the piece, we had the Mustangs, followed by the Panthers, and of course...
oh, shit, sorry, that button slipped. Something happened. Oh, your finger slipped on the button.
I think my mic's stuck out again.
Oh, mate. I want to hear the whole crowd at Palmy singing this with their beach balls.
Let me get a megaphone for you.
Come on, the bay! Come on, the bay! Black, white, all right! Come on, the bay! Hey, it's just unfortunate the button slipped. It's just, sorry.
Gotta love it, eh? That's the kind of energy we want from the supporters. Look, Kairyn, and say to Jacob as well, thank you both for joining us. We'll catch up with you boys next Friday down in Palmy. But again, appreciate you taking our time and jumping on the show as part of our build-up. Hey, all the best, and we'll catch up soon.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cheers, Kairyn. See you, mate.
Awesome, mate. Gotta love it.
Another great night, Kins. And yeah, so you know, people, I'll put a post up after the show finishes where you can put your videos up and show us to enter the competition. Great prizes. Century Batteries, little prize pack. It comes with a bag and water bottles and other stuff, some bits and pieces, and a $50 pack of save voucher. And of course, from Mike Harvey at Repco Huntley, who you can see down the bottom there over there, Repco Huntley. Is going to give us a $100 Repco voucher. What an awesome prize to win, people. Thank you, Mike. Always a fantastic guy. And Samantha as well. We're so happy to have them with us at Rotorua on Saturday, weren't we, Kins? It was such a pleasure.
Yeah, well, Sam's actually put a comment in here. I saw somewhere along the post. Kins, is there a photo of Booker with hair? Only one I found was this one. So what? That's the only one I found for you, Sam. There you go.
Someone doctored that one up, I tell you.
There you go. That's
oh, shit.
Oh, we gotta love it. We're having fun, mate, and that's what we want to share. Is the fun as they build up, because tomorrow night we do wrap it up with the defending champs of the event for the last 2 years, trying to do the three-peat, talking about the Christchurch Glen Eagles. They will join us tomorrow, but also we'll catch up with the Great Britain Lions. They will be on the show, and they will start the show off. And then, of course, the Gisborne Giants will feature in amongst the middle of tomorrow's wrap-up of the build-up to next Friday and Saturday.
Yep, we'll finish with the Eagles, the defending champions. We thank you all that have tuned in this week so far. We hope you tune in again tomorrow night. Thanks to everybody that's been sending us stars. If you don't know about that, there's stars you can send us now, and that money goes to help myself and Kins with gas to get round and bring more shows to you guys. But also we split it to a charity. We'll find a charity each month to give the money to. So we don't want it all for us, just a little bit for us and to get some gas to bring you guys more shows, but mostly for the charities. So that's what we're about. Remember what I said this earlier on the show. Stop the crap, enjoy the fun, appreciate the teams. People that have to threaten drivers over something they read on Facebook are losers, and you need to just pull your heads in. I I said to Kins earlier, you know, maybe if someone says something, you need to report it to your local club, and maybe that local club puts that picture of that person on the gate and they get refused entry for being a dickhead. So that's always a good idea, isn't it, Kins, eh?
Oh, definitely. And I'm just busy talking away and typing away at the same time. And just from the defending champs, we will be catching up with Harley Robb and also Scott Tennant. They will be joining us tomorrow to wrap up what has been an outstanding build-up to next Friday and Saturday. Thanks once again to the Hawkeyes, Panthers, Mustangs. Also last night, the Wildcat Scrappers and the Warriors. On Tuesday, we had the Rebels, Busters, Bruce Robertson and Shane Dewar. And we kickstarted on Monday, would you believe, with the Auckland All-Stars and the Mulu Bells of the Waikato Wanderers. So tomorrow, the Lions, the Giants, and the Suck It Up Sea Eagles. Back tomorrow, 7 o'clock, nice and early. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for your wonderful comments. Be positive. And count down to next Friday, Saturday.
That's
Catch you
it.
7 o'clock. See ya.
See you, team. Thank you. Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot nanny.
Here comes the